Welcome to Wallace Sandwire. Today we're talking about Mahathir's pretty strong views on this whole business of picking prime minister candidates way before an election.
Yeah, it's something he's been quite vocal about, isn't it? This idea that everyone's scrambling to name a leader,
Yeah,
maybe prematurely.
exactly. We want to unpack that today, understand his thinking, the logic, and what it means for how parties actually operate here.
It's definitely more than just a casual comment, especially coming from him. It touches on fundamental strategy.
Right. And it's not just abstract politics, is it? It shapes how governments are formed, the alliances we see. It really hits close to home.
For sure. It affects the whole political landscape.
So let's get into it. His main point, quite bluntly put, is that it's basically pointless or maybe meaningless to fight over who the PM candidate is before the votes are in. That's quite a take.
It is. And coming from Mahathir, with his experience,
Mm.
decades of it, it carries a lot of weight. It's not just theory.
He's lived it.
He's lived it. He's built coalitions. He's seen them fall apart. So when he says pointless, he likely means it from a very practical standpoint. He sees it as wasted energy, perhaps.
A misdirection, like focusing on the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Precisely. He seems to be saying, hold on, you're jumping the gun here.
And it makes you think, doesn't it? You listening out there, does that resonate? Do you feel like maybe there is too much talk about candidates and not enough about, well, other things?
It's a constant feature of the news cycle, that's for sure. The who's next question.
Constantly. But Mahathir's argument goes deeper, right? It's not just his opinion, it's tied to the actual numbers.
Exactly. It's rooted in the hard reality of parliamentary mathematics here. That's the core of it.
Yeah, he brings up the magic number, 112 seats. He's saying, look, it's simple. No 112, no government, no PM from your party.
It sounds incredibly basic, almost obvious.
It does, but maybe easily forgotten in all the political drama.
Well, the implications are huge. To even get close to 112, you need to contest, what, significantly more seats than that.
Way more. Spread across the country.
And here's the kicker in our system. You're not alone. Every other party is eyeing those same seats.
It's not a simple two-horse race.
Not at all. You've got multiple parties, coalitions, all competing. So for one single party to sweep 112 seats, Mahathir suggests it's borderline impossible in the current climate. The vote gets split too many ways.
So all the talk about a specific person being the prime ministerial candidate, if their party can't deliver those 112 seats, it's just talk.
That seems to be his point. That person remains just a candidate, a name, but without the actual path to power. The numbers aren't there.
It's like having a star player but no team to back them up.
That's a decent analogy. The individual might be popular, might be capable, but politics, especially forming a government, is a team game. It needs the numbers on the board.
Which kind of forces you to ask, are parties putting too much emphasis on the front man, the personality?
Instead of the groundwork.
Yeah.
Are they building the brand before securing the foundation? Mahathir seems to think so. The PM needs the confidence of Parliament, the majority. That comes after the election, based on the results.
Okay, so if fighting over candidates beforehand is pointless, what should the focus be, according to him?
Well, this is where he pivots quite strongly. He says the real work, the primary effort, should be on promoting Malay unity.
Unity first, not just a suggestion, but like the main goal.
Absolutely. For him, it seems to be the prerequisite. It's strategic, it's historical. Given the demographics, Malay votes are critical in so many areas.
And the idea is if those votes are split, everyone loses out.
Exactly. Fragmentation dilutes power. If Malay voters are divided among many parties, it's incredibly hard for any single one, or even a Malay-based coalition, to get near that 112 mark without significant help from others.
So his logic is sequential. Unity first, win the election, then worry about who leads.
Precisely that order. Secure the victory because of unity. Then, once you have the power, the majority, that's the time to discuss leadership. Don't argue about the captain before the ship is even built, let alone seaworthy.
You know, when you lay it out like that, unity first, candidate second, does that feel more practical, maybe, in today's fragmented scene?
It certainly presents a different approach. More foundational, perhaps. Less about the immediate personality contest, more about building a solid collective base.
A return to basics, maybe?
You could see it that way. It definitely reflects a kind of political pragmatism, focusing on the collective strength needed to actually govern rather than just individual appeal.
He seems genuinely puzzled by the current focus, doesn't he? Saying he cannot understand why parties are so obsessed with naming PMs early on.
Yeah, that comes across quite strongly, like a veteran watching players focus on the wrong part of the game. It suggests he sees a fundamental flaw in the current strategy of many parties.
But if his logic numbers first, unity first is so straightforward, why do you think parties do get caught up in promoting candidates so early? There must be reasons, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not irrational from their perspective
Yeah.
necessarily. In today's media environment, personality politics is huge.
A famous face helps.
A charismatic leader can grab headlines, maybe attract funding, create buzz.
Yeah.
If your party is struggling or fragmented, maybe naming a strong candidate early feels like a way to project strength or rally different factions internally.
So it could be a tactic to build unity, ironically, using a candidate as a rallying point.
Possibly. Or just to stand out. In a crowded field, having that recognizable potential PM gives voters something or someone to latch onto. It simplifies the message.
A calculated gamble, then, even if it goes against that unity first principle.
Could be. They might be betting that the personality can drive the consolidation needed to get the numbers. It's a different strategic bet compared to Mahathir's sequence. Sort of a chicken and egg thing.
Interesting. But despite being critical, Mahathir also says something like, all who are talented are qualified to be PM candidates.
Yes, he does add that, which is important. It suggests he's not trying to narrow the field of potential leaders in the long run.
So it's not about who, it's about when and how.
Exactly. His point seems to be get the foundation right, the unity, the 112 seats, and then there's plenty of talent to choose from. The talent isn't the issue. The stable platform to lead from is.
Find a leader from a position of strength, not try to build strength around one person prematurely.
That sums it up well. Ensure the democratic process, the parliamentary majority, is secure first. Then the leadership question becomes meaningful and legitimate.
Okay, so wrapping up his core message, it really boils down to this pre-election obsession with PM candidates. It's a distraction.
A major distraction, in his view. The real work, the necessary work, is building unity to secure that majority. Without 112, everything else is just
Political noise.
political noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Speculation without substance.
It really forces us, and maybe the parties themselves, to think, are they fighting the right battles? Is the focus on the star player overshadowing the need to build a winning team?
It's a fundamental question about political strategy moving forward. Is the priority selling a personality, or is it building a solid, unified base capable of actually winning and governing effectively? That's the challenge his perspective throws down.
So a final thought for you listening. Considering Mahathir's very strong stance, should parties double down on presenting that unified front first, even if it means delaying the candidate talk? Or is having that charismatic candidate up front still vital to actually achieve the unity needed to win in the first place? Where should the focus really lie?
Something to definitely mull over as we watch things unfold.
Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this.